Here you go. Ooh. Level 6, and what happened here? Tea Room, Gun Moses' estate. Gun and Antoine blush at each other over the last of their Earl Grey and scones. I think it was generally for tea. Perhaps I shall take my leave. I wouldn't want to impose. Not at all. It has been a pleasure having you here. I am made most miserable by your departure. But for the utmost clarity, if you wish to leave, I would never keep you captive. You are no captive, perhaps, though perhaps you captivate me. I spent a short time blushing, tugging at their collars and clearing their throats. If you have no further business here, I would not be so rude as to keep you from your next location. For further business here with you? But I could never be so forward to assume, and I would never be so bold as to... then perhaps I shall make my way home, but if you would be so gracious as to show me out... If you would only be so chivalrous as to permit me the honour. After you. No, after you. I insist, after you. But a gentleman must be proper guest, and as manners, I insist, after you. Yes, but I, as a gentleman who wishes to be gentle, especially in the instance of a handsome guest, I beg of you, after you. As perhaps the gentlest of men, and as someone who does not, in his way out of this building, I plead that you do exit first. Comments pass as they stutter and blush at each other, no actual words are spoken. I find myself on compromise. I do believe I have conjured a way out of this predicament. I am also having a compromise, so happy in fact that I accept whatever compromise may be. Now, what is it that we are doing? We shall walk through the doorway at the same time. But it's a standard interior door, and your shoulders are so broad, you don't fit through one half. This is why the only course of action is to enter sideways. Jesus. You could mean. Yes, I'm afraid I could. We'll walk out butt to butt. It's the only way. If we don't put our butts together, we'll never leave this room. We'll die here. Or we could live here. We could live butt to butt. Do you have any objections? If you have no objections, then put your bum to my butt, and then we'll... then when you butt, I'll butt. We'll butt. We're going to slowly shuffle into position. After they finally bumble through the threshold, they pause, butt on butt for an instant. I don't want this night to end. It doesn't have to. I mean, never would I be so brash to make an assumption about whether, when, or how your night will end, or who. Don't listen to me for once. We drop this blasted etiquette. How right you are. These rules only serve to stifle communication. We hinder our own ability to behave like human beings. Let us forge a new world, a world where we can speak our minds without shame, where we can accept our baser desires. A world where we can make our own needs known, where we can be candid and firm and raw with one another. Put your butt on me, please. As a host, I shall comply. Honestly, those two...